Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Lads, I'm in need of some help. I fancy my mate's girlfriend, and we keep chatting all the time on nights out and social occasions when we're all together. He doesn't treat her right, and I know he's always cheating. I'm starting to think it's a choice between her and him, or am I scared that I'm being crazy thinking that my love for her felt both ways? What can I do?
That's your friend.
Yeah, but if he's fucking cheating on
I think
her,
you should tell him some home truths about like how he's treated. Like if you were treating Sabina badly, say, I would tell you about yourself, and I would expect you to do the same if I was treating Charlotte badly. But he's your mate. You don't like he's your mate. If he's treating her badly and you bring it to light, then and he still acts like that, then he's a douchebag. But at the same time, you don't. That's not like a reason for you to go after her and like step on your friend's toes. If you're really close friends, you don't do that.
I think there's a little bit of is it like psychological? It's like you have feelings for her because she's being taken advantage of. So she's like, so you feel like
A little
you
bit
need
like
to
a
save
savior
her.
complex.
Yeah. And then if
Yeah.
she's saying anything towards you, she could then feel like you're going to save her. So it's all just like you both got something to win sort of thing. Like she's trying to get you to save her from him. But then, I mean, that's just me. I'm not a psychologist. It sounds very psychologist when I say it out loud. No, I agree. Like I have done things like that in the past with like mates' girlfriends, but not while they're together. Like I had a guy we've mentioned before a few times had like thrown her about or something like on a night out, and they'd broken up. And I was like talking to her and stuff like that, and I was, he was a piece of shit, and they weren't together, so I was like, so I fucked her. But then, do I feel bad? No, because he's a piece of shit. But they were never together. Like they weren't together while I was doing it. I was never like that. But
yeah,
I think I agree. Like if you speak to him, and he's just sort of like, I'm still going to do it or whatever like that, then to be honest, I wouldn't be his friend. But I still wouldn't help her cheat on him.
I would struggle big time watching someone go through it. Not did he say physical abuse or just
No, I think he's just cheating.
Treating her badly in general.
Treating her badly, yeah.
Yeah, I would struggle with that big time morally, and then but then you think to yourself, if you're morally struggling with that, you like your mental health's not going to do well with a moral the moral decision of taking her away from your mate and sleeping with her. That's just going to throw even more pressure on the fire. I think like it seems desirable now, and I think Dan's hit it on the head. I think you're getting a little bit of a savior like thing about it, thinking you're going to do right by her. But really, probably sad to say, the best thing for the girl probably is to get away from both of you and just use to move on to the next person in your lives, because really the your mate's not good for her if he's treating her badly and cheating on her. It will never pan out well between you and her unless you completely drop him as a friend. Yeah, I think it's better for everyone to part ways there, I think.
Saying that, I used to live with a guy who was just like, I couldn't understand his mindset. Like, I don't like to share, right? I'm on a massive, like, back in the day, I never used to like to mix, like, my girlfriend with my mates because I was fucking scared out my wits that they were going to try and, like, do something with her. Even when it was, like, completely irrational, like, I would still... But the guy I lived with was so nonchalant about the women he'd slept with. Like, he couldn't give a rat's ass whether you fucking... And I remember this guy, he was one of his mates, I was talking to him before, and the girlfriend he was going out with at the time, I can't remember if he proposed to her or not. But she come out and she started talking to the guy I was living with, and they were talking about having sex before, and I was thinking to myself, what the fuck's going on here? And apparently they were together, the guy I was living with and the woman, and the guy I was living with was cheating on her. And it's something like this. And the other guy come up to my mate and he was like, oh, if you're cheating on her, I really like her. Can I take her on a date? And he was like, yeah, go for it. just let him fucking take her out, and then they end up together.
Maybe I'm too prudish then.
Yeah, but that's a really random, like
crazy circumstance.
Yeah, he's really not. He doesn't really give a fuck about if you bang. No one I've ever met has ever been like, oh yeah, go fuck the girl I'm seeing right now because I'm sleeping with someone else.
Never. I think even if you didn't have feelings for that person, I think you'd still have a sense of like protectiveness.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you're sleeping with someone, it's almost like I don't want to say your property, but it's that sort of mentality, right? It's like
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. How would you put that?
I don't know. I suppose it is a bit like that because you're like, I don't want my mate dipping his wick in the same girl that I'm in. It is what it is, isn't it? It's like that's what men see it as. It's like property, right? Once you've slept with a girl, you're like off limits.
Yeah. Yeah, I think property is the wrong word. I can see another YouTube video comment coming with that one.
I didn't say I agree with it. I'm just like, I mean, I'm not a fucking.
I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think of what I know. Oh man, it's annoying me.
A learned man. Like I'm not a learned man.
A learned man.
That's what they call it, isn't it? Someone that's like intelligent, like well-rounded. Like you're a learned man.
I've never heard that term in my life.
Have you not? Well, I'm a bit of a learned man more than James. I'm sure that's the term.
I'm a man of the books.
A learned person has gained a lot of knowledge by studying. He is a serious scholar, a generally learned man, scholared, experienced, cultured, more... I can't even read the words of this. That's how unlearned I am. But it's definitely...
mental.
Definitely a thing.
But yeah, I just think the best thing for you to do is don't do it. Don't do it. Keep your friendship. Express your no matter what. Express your feelings about how he's treating her.
Yeah.
And at least you said your piece. But do not pursue anything because you're just going to look like a snake.
Yeah. If anything, I would say to her look, you got to stick up for yourself and break up. If she knows he's cheating, obviously don't go up and be like he's cheating on you because that's not your place either.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, speak to him and say to him and if they break up and it's been I don't know, a few weeks depending on how long they've been together, and then go up to him and say, look, I've been chatting to her. Do you mind if I take her on a date or whatever like that? Then at least you're doing it right. But yeah, don't go behind his back or anything like that. That's not cool, man.
Not cool.
No, it's not cool, bruv. Slipper one. There's another one in there. Someone who's listening, count how many brevs I throw in. Just so I can say to people.